Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the next topic that comes under social responsibility of business and business ethics chapter. Students, in the previous session we have already discussed about the arguments for social responsibility which are in favor and arguments against the social responsibility which are not in favor regarding business. Now today, students, let's further continue this chapter. Now today we are going to discuss about the business ethics. Students, business ethics means the moral values which a businessman has to follow. These are the set of moral values which a businessman has to follow, right? The standards, the norms of the business while serving the society at large. So let's define business ethics, students. It refers to the set of moral values or standards or norms which governs the activities of a businessman. Ethics define what is right and what is wrong. Right, students? Do's and don'ts from society point of view, that comes under ethics. I hope, students, it is very much clear to you. What are the rules, what are the principles followed by a businessman while doing a business? That comes under business ethics. Business के students कुछ अपने ethics होते हैं. Right, students? Business को करने के लिए कुछ अपने moral values होते हैं, कुछ moral principles होते हैं. While dealing with the customers, while dealing with the society in day-to-day business. Right, students? And these principles are depends on each and every businessman, right? Manufacturer, wholesaler, retailer or trader. Right, students? So let's define the business ethics again, students. Business ethics, it refers to the set of moral values or standards or norms which governs the activities of a businessman. Ethics defines what is right and what is wrong. I hope, students, these are very much clear to you. So this is known as business ethics, right? For example, to provide the customer with true information regarding the product and services. This is business ethics. Second, allowing the customers to make free choice. एक businessman किसी भी customer के ऊपर pressure नहीं डाल सकता कि आप ये particular goods लीजिए. It depends upon it is the freedom of the customer. अगर customer को goods पसंद आएंगे तो वो लेगा, नहीं पसंद आएंगे तो वो नहीं लेगा. Right, student? This is the example of business ethics. Third, providing quality product at reasonable prices. Of course, student, this is another example of business ethics. So there are three examples. There are three examples mainly which comes under business ethics, students, like to provide the customer with true information regarding the product and services, allowing the customer to make free choice, providing quality products at reasonable prices. So these are the three examples that comes under business ethics. Now the next topic, students, is elements of business ethics. What are the elements of business ethics? The very first element of business ethics is, students, top management commitment. As you know, students, there are three levels of management: top level management, middle level management and lower level management. Top management consists of president, director, chief executive officer, CEO of the company or any factory or firm, or president of the firm. Right, students? They are strongly committed to follow the business ethics. So top management commitment. Top level executives, CEO, directors, president, etc. must be strongly and openly committed towards ethical conduct. Right, students? They have to follow the ethical conduct. They have to follow the rules and regulations for doing business. They should guide and encourage the employees to follow their ethical behavior. It is the moral responsibility of the top level management, right, student, to follow the ethical rules and regulations of a business, and they guide working in their employees. Right, students, जो भी employees उनके अंडर में काम करते हैं, it is the moral duty of those businessmen कि अपने employees को भी ethical behavior के बारे में बताएं, उनके बारे में उनको समझाएं. I hope the very first point is very much clear to you, students. Come to the second point, publication of a code. There is a code has been prescribed by the central government or state government for doing a business. उस कोड के अंदर स्टूडेंट सारी इंफॉर्मेशन लिखी हुई है कि एक मैन्युफैक्चरर को व्हाट आर द कोड्स फॉलो फॉर डूइंग द बिजनेस, एक होलसेलर को व्हाट आर द कोड्स, एंड सिमिलरली एक रिटेलर को कौन से कोड्स फॉलो करने हैं फॉर डूइंग द बिजनेस. राइट, सो पब्लिकेशन ऑफ अ कोड, इट कंटेन्स द डॉक्यूमेंट्स, राइट, फॉर हेल्थी वर्किंग कंडीशंस, right, for healthy product safety. So generally ethical enterprises defines the principles of conduct to be followed by the entire organization. They are in the form of written documents which are termed as code. Right, students? As you know, students, for company registration of a company is compulsory. Right? You have to take the permission from that ROC registrar of companies. After then you can only start company. A factory or a firm can set their own codes, set their own rules and regulations. Right? The code generally covers conflict of interest, healthy working condition, covers the conflicts of interest, healthy working conditions, environment, honesty, product safety. So these are the code that has to be followed by a businessman. अगर कोई भी बिजनेस कंपल्सरली फॉर्म होता है तो उसके लिए आरओसी है, रजिस्ट्रार ऑफ कंपनी से आपको कोड मिल जाएंगे. अदरवाइज कई कंपनीज अपने कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट खुद भी नॉर्म्स बनाती है, कई कंपनीज अपने बिजनेसमैन जो होते हैं अपने कोड्स ऑफ कंडक्ट को खुद भी फॉलो करते हैं. सो publication of a code. Generally, ethical enterprise defines the principle of conduct to be followed by the entire organization. They are in the forms of written documents which are termed as code. The code generally covers conflicts of interest, healthy working conditions, environment, honesty, product safety, etc. I hope, students, this is very much clear to you, right? The third point is, students, is involving employees. Of course, students, it is the moral duty of a businessman कि उनको employees को अपने साथ involve करें for conducting the business in a lawful manner. Right, students, for conducting the business as per the ethics. Involving employees. In order to make an ethical business, a reality involvement of employees at all level is must, because it is the employee who implement the plans and policies. I hope, students, it is very much clear to you. So the very first point, and that comes under elements of business ethics, are, students, top management commitment. Second, publication of a code. Third, involving employees. Right, students. Fourth, measuring result. Right, students. ये नहीं कि एक बार ethics बना के छोड़ दिए या एक बार rules and regulations बना के छोड़ दिया या एक बार code बना के छोड़ दिए. Timely implement of those ethics, timely following of these codes must be very much compulsory for each and every level working in the organization or a factory or a firm, students. So measuring result. Although it is very difficult to measure the ethical results, but it must be verified and audited that how far work is being carried on according to ethical standards. Right, students? Ethical standards को कितने businessmen follow करते हैं, चाहे वो industrialist है, चाहे companies हैं, चाहे factories हैं, चाहे firms हैं. From time to time, the top level management must meet the employees to set the future course of action. Right, student? It is a moral duty of a top level management to meet the employees and follow the ethical code of conduct and measure the ethical code of conduct कि जो भी हम quality products देते हैं उसमें quality level standards आ रहे हैं उतने या नहीं आ रहे हैं, हमारी डीलिंग कस्टमर के साथ फेयर है या नहीं है, हम एडल्ट्रेटेड अनफेयर ट्रेड प्रैक्टिसेस, ब्लैक मार्केटिंग, होर्डिंग, ये सब कंपनीज फॉलो तो नहीं कर रही है, या कंपनी से कोई एम्प्लॉय इस तरफ तो नहीं जा रहा है, या कंपनी का एम्प्लॉय इस तरीके की कोई एक्टिविटी तो नहीं कर रहे हैं. राइट, स्टूडेंट्स. तो मेजरिंग रिजल्ट्स. आई होप दिस पॉइंट इज वेरी मच क्लियर टू यू. देन एस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ कंप्लायंस मैकेनिज्म. राइट, स्टूडेंट्स. कंप्लीशमेंट ऑफ कंप्लायंस मैकेनिज्म का मतलब ये होता है कि फॉर दिस पर्पस, टू फॉलो द बिजनेस एथिक्स, वेरियस सिलेक्शन ट्रेनिंग हैज टू बी डन to the employees, and it is a responsibility of top level management कि इस तरीके के अपने यहाँ ऑर्गेनाइजिंग सेमिनार्स कंडक्ट करवाए. राइट, स्टूडेंट्स. और जो भी सिलेक्शन ट्रेनिंग दे अपने एम्प्लॉयज को, अपने मैनेजर्स को, टू फॉलो द बिजनेस एथिक्स, टू मेक श्योर दैट द एथिकल स्टैंडर्ड्स हैज बीन फॉलोड और नॉट. सो दैट कम्स अंडर एस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ कंप्लायंस मैकेनिज्म. सो स्टूडेंट्स, टू मेक श्योर दैट एक्चुअल डिसीजंस मैच विद द फर्म्स एथिकल स्टैंडर्ड्स, suitable mechanism should be established. Example, corporate ethics in training, recruitment and selection. Right? I hope the very 5 points are very much clear to you. So students, these are the elements of business ethics. I hope, students, this is very much clear to you. So let's discuss again business ethics elements. The very first is top management commitment. Right, students? Top management is a very important role to guide the entire organization towards ethical behavior. The CEO, directors, must be openly and strongly committed towards ethical conduct. Right, students? They should guide and encourage the employees to follow ethical behavior. Right, students? The second one is, students, publication of a code. Generally, ethical enterprises defines the code of conduct which has to be followed by the entire organization. These principles are defined in written document called code. The ethics cover various areas such as health and safety in the workplace. Right, students? Conflict of interest covers the conflict of interest, healthy working environment, honesty, product safety, etc. The next one, students, is involving employees at all levels. As you know, there are 3 levels of management: top level management, middle level management, and lower level management. Top level management consists of board of directors and chief executive officer. So it is the moral responsibility or duty while making the ethical programs and policies. Employees must be involved because these have to be practiced by them only. By forming small group, आप small group of employees को भी students form कर सकते हैं, right? The ethical policies can be discussed by them, right, students? And for that, students, at all level, it must meet the employees with the management who implement the plans and policies. I hope, students, this is very much clear to you. Now come to the next one. The next one, students, is measuring result. Although it is very difficult to measure the ethical result, but it must be verified, and audit means to check that how far the work is being carried on according to the ethical standards from time to time. The top level must meet the employees to set the future plans of action regarding this also. Right? Top management meet कर सकता है अपने employees से to set the future course of action regarding this. I hope, student, this is very much clear to you. Now come to the next one, establishment of compliance mechanism. बहुत strong mechanism, compliance mechanism होना चाहिए, right, students? So to make sure that ethical decisions match with the firm's ethical standards, suitable mechanism should be established. Example, corporate ethics in training, recruitment, selection. So these are the establishment of compliance mechanism that comes under elements of business ethics. I hope, student, this is very much clear to you now. The ethics or the elements of business ethics, right? These are the important terms. These are the important values that a businessman must follow while doing the business, right? The next topic, now come to the next topic, student. The name of the next topic is environmental protection and business. Of course, students, business is very much related to the environment protection also. And environmental protection is very much compulsory. Need for pollution control is the basic moral values, basic moral principle that has to be done by the businessman. As you know, students, in the very previous session I have told you upon there are 4 types of pollution: air pollution, water pollution, land pollution and noise pollution. उसके बारे में हम पहले बात कर चुके हैं, students. So to ensure safety, right, environmental protection and business need for pollution control. Why there is a need for pollution control? Right, students, there is a strong need for pollution control, students. The very first is to ensure safety, right? Due to environmental pollution and smoke, of course, students, air pollution से होता है, the visibility is reducing. Due to poor visibility, there are more chances of accidents of automobiles. अगर आप देखते हैं कि ये जो automobiles के जो जितने भी accidents होते हैं, due to poor visibility होती है on highways, and poor visibility can be hazards for the landing and taking off of the aeroplanes. Right, students? So under your course, under the environmental protection, the basic purpose is to ensure safety, right? So to reduce the number of accidents, there must be a check of pollution so that visibility gets improved. Right, students? At present COVID-19 के अगर आप देखें, इसमें COVID-19 के उसके effects अगर आप देखें तो negative effects कितने ज़्यादा हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पर अगर आप देखें तो इंश्योर सेफ्टी की अगर हम बात करें, एट प्रेजेंट द प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन इज नॉट वेरी गुड, बट ड्यू टू to ensure safety, due to environmental pollution and smoke, the visibility is reducing, right? Due to poor visibility, there are more chances of accidents of automobiles on highways, and poor visibility can be hazardous for the landing and taking off the aeroplanes. To reduce the number of accidents, there must be a check on pollution so that visibility gets improved. Right, students, I hope this is very much clear to you. The second one is economic losses, right? These are the causes, students. Economic losses. Air pollution is blackening the building, water pollution is affecting the sea life, and land pollution is affecting the fertility of land. Right, students, we have already studied this in the earlier classes also, students. What are the causes of air pollution, what are the causes of water pollution, and what are the causes of land pollution? How does it affects all the section of the society, right? All these are bringing heavy economic losses for the country. नेचुरल सी बात है स्टूडेंट्स. फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आप देखें एट प्रेजेंट ये सिचुएशन तो अब नहीं है, लेकिन बिफोर ताजमहल इज losing its beauty due to pollution caused by industries around it. It is a great economic loss for our country. At present, students, कोर्ट ने ये डिसीजन दिया है कि ताजमहल के इतने एरिया रेडियस के एरिया में कोई भी इंडस्ट्रीज वहां पर वर्क नहीं करेगी विच कॉजेस एनी काइंड ऑफ एयर पोल्यूशन, लैंड पोल्यूशन और नॉइस पोल्यूशन. At present, the situation has improved very much. So, second point is, students, economic losses. Air pollution is blackening the building, water pollution affecting the sea life, and land pollution is affecting the fertility of land. All these are bringing heavy economic losses for the country. For example, Taj Mahal losing its beauty due to pollution caused by industries around it. It is the great economic loss for our country also. At present, the situation is very much improved, right? Third is, students, is cost saving. एक ऐसा इफेक्टिव पॉल्यूशन कंट्रोल डिवाइस होना चाहिए जिससे कि कंपनी की तरफ कॉस्ट सेविंग भी हो, राइट? अगर कंपनी ने एक कॉस्ट सेविंग पॉल्यूशन टेक्निक कंट्रोल यूज कर लिया, अडॉप्ट कर लिया, ऑफ कोर्स इट इज improving the goodwill of that company and it improves the prosperity of the employees as well as employers of that company or business. So third one is, students, cost saving. An effective pollution control program is needed to save cost of operating business. An enterprise that adopts pollution control measures enjoys a good reputation as a society responsible enterprise, right? Good reputation as a socially responsible enterprise, right? So cost saving techniques is very much important through effective control program. Then maintenance of natural beauty. Of course, students, it is very much necessary to control the pollution for maintaining the natural beauty. The natural beauty consists of maintenance, rivers, trees, land, etc. These are the natural beauty, students. The pollution is affecting all this. Pollution control is required to reduce inconvenience so that people can lead to a comfortable and healthy life. Pollution control is a must to ensure healthy life of our people. Right, students? I hope this is very much clear to you. As you know, students, pollution control is very much necessary, right? To maintain a natural beauty, the pollution having direct impact on the natural beauty. The natural beauty consists of, students, mountains, right? Then rivers, trees, land, etc. The pollution is affecting all these, students, right? The natural beauty, which, for example, instead of adding to the beauty, the polluted rivers and streams are spreading garbage, right? The beautiful buildings and monuments which add to our beauty are getting blackened with pollution. So there is a strong need, right? Pollution control is required to reduce the inconvenience so that people can lead to a comfortable and healthy life. Pollution control is a must to ensure healthy life of our people. I hope, students, these are the 4 points that comes under need for pollution control, students, right? And that comes under environmental protection and business. I hope, students, all the 4 points are very much clear to you, students, right? Now come to the next one, role of a business in environmental protection. What are the role of a business in environmental protection? Of course, students, you have already learned all this in the previous classes, students. Let's discuss the points one by one. Making use of eco-friendly techniques of production. Of course, students, ऐसे गुड्स बनने चाहिए जो इको फ्रेंडली हो, ऐसी टेक्निक्स होनी चाहिए कंपनी के पास, फैक्ट्री के पास, ऐसी मशीनरीज होनी चाहिए. Recycling of industrial waste. It is very much necessary. Now it has been improved. Now it has been implying by each and every company as per the code prescribed by the government, right? Third, abiding by the bylaws and policies framed by the government. It is very much compulsory, students, for abiding the rules and regulations and policies framed by the government. Fourth point, making use of eco marks, producing eco-friendly products. Of course, आप देखें कि एग मार्क होता है, वूल मार्क होता है, आईएसआई मार्क होता है, इको मार्क होता है, वेज पर ग्रीन मार्क होता है और नॉन वेज पर रेड मार्क होता है. These are the terms and conditions improved by the quality of the product and followed by the government rules, right? Fifth one, participating in eco-friendly activities such as plantation of trees, cleaning rivers, ponds, etc. Sixth one, students, to participate in environment and social welfare programs organized by the government for protecting the environment. Various programs has been conducted by the government time to time, right, student, regarding pollution control. It is the moral duty of each and every business enterprise to attend these programs and follow to be given to the employees and managers also, right, students. Then seventh one, clear-cut policies should be framed for purchasing good quality raw material, using scientific techniques of disposal and treatment of waste, right, students. So clear-cut policy has to be adopted by the business environment to protect the business environment and framed such as, अगर आप अच्छी क्वालिटी की गुड्स देंगे तो अच्छा मटेरियल बनेगा, राइट स्टूडेंट. साइंटिफिक मेथड्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन आप यूज करिए, राइट. और जो भी ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ वेस्टेज है उसको आप फॉलो अप करिए, प्रॉपर गार्बेज को प्रॉपर फॉलो अप करिए एज पर द गवर्नमेंट नॉर्म्स एंड गवर्नमेंट रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस. Now I hope, student, this is very much clear to you that comes under the role of business in environmental protection, right, students. The very first is making use of eco-friendly techniques of production, students. Second, recycling industrial waste, students. Abiding by the laws and policies framed by the government. Making use of eco marks, producing eco-friendly products, students. Participating in eco-friendly activities such as plantation of trees, cleaning rivers, ponds, etc. Of course, students, this is very much important. To participate environment and social welfare program organized by the government for protecting the environment. Clear-cut policy should be framed for purchasing good quality raw material using scientific technique of disposal and treatment of waste. Learn this, students, and if you find any difficulty, you can ask me anytime. So today we have discussed business ethics, elements of business ethics, environment protection in business that comes under need for pollution control, and role of business in environment protection. If you find any difficulty, you can ask me anytime, students. I have already given you the notes. Learn these, students, from my notes and watch the videos very much carefully. Thank you, students.